And we are here today to answer Google's most
Googled questions.
Googled questions about chemistry.
Hi, I'm Miss Rosato.
And I'm Miss Schlosberg.
We teach chemistry at Kingwood Park High School.
And we are here today to answer the most Googled questions about chemistry. Okay, so first topic is what chemistry?
What chemistry? That sounds ungrammatical. What chemistry?
What
mean?
Chemistry
What
mean?
chemistry mean? You want me to go first?
Yes, go ahead.
Chemistry is the study of matter and how it changes.
Yep, that's summarized. What chemistry is study of element compounds? Who is Googling these things?
I don't know. That's a really ungrammatical question. Maybe it's supposed to mean, is chemistry the study of elements and compounds? I say yes.
Okay. What chemistry feels like?
Oh God, it can feel so bad.
Confusing.
And it can feel so fun when you get the right answer, like on a stoichiometry. It's so fun. What atoms?
What atoms? All right.
What atoms make up water? 2 hydrogen atoms for every 1 oxygen atom. You've got a water molecule.
H2O. What atoms are exceptions to the octet rule? Depends on what they're bonded to.
Yeah. Like, it's not atoms that are exceptions to the octet rule, okay? It's once they make a bond, then the molecules might show that central atom is not following the octet rule. So you want some examples? Okay, so like sulfur is a common atom that can have an expanded octet because anything in period, Kathleen might remember this, and you too, anything in period 3 or lower can accommodate extra electrons. Beryllium and boron are famous for not quite getting an octet.
So that's
those are examples of suboctets, yeah.
Okay. And then we got, what atoms can hydrogen bond?
NOF. Nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, bonded, attracted to, not bonded. They're not really bonds, right?
Right.
But NO and F, next to a hydrogen and another molecule, they have a really strong attraction to that hydrogen, so you call that a hydrogen bond. NOF.
Okay, and what atoms form covalent bonds?
I'm going to let you do this one.
Covalent bonds would be 2 nonmetals.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Why chemistry is this one? Okay. Why chemistry is hard? At least for my students, it's because there's a lot of math, and my students don't like to do math, and math gets difficult.
And I think it's also because a lot of the topics that we do in chemistry are only in chemistry. So you never heard of it before. Whereas in biology, you might have heard of all these things before. A lot of them anyway.
Yeah.
And you can't see atoms and molecules, so it's really hard to visualize. And because the unit we use for quantities is called a mole, and no other subject uses that.
Right, yeah.
It's hard to conceptualize.
Okay. Why chemistry is important?
Chemistry is life. Chemistry is everywhere. That's why. Every single thing is made of atoms and molecules, and you have to understand how they interact with each other.
And you use it so much more in everyday life than you think about, like cooking and baking and why your tire pressure goes down when it gets cold outside, and all of these different things are chemistry. So it's important to understand. Why chemistry?
What does that mean, why chemistry?
Who Googled why chemistry?
Yeah. Do you mean why do you have to take chemistry? There's 3 basic sciences: biology, chemistry, physics. In my opinion, you should have to take some of all 3 of those. It's a basic science. You need a broad base of background for science to be scientifically literate. Okay. Why chemistry?
Why chemistry is interesting?
I mean, I think we've answered that already in terms of it is everywhere. It affects all aspects of your life. Possibly not things like psychology or your boyfriend, although there is chemistry there too. But it's everywhere. That's why it's interesting.
Yeah. Why chemistry is fun. Labs, explosion.
Explosion, burning, colors. People love colors. Those are the fun ones, colors. And then if you do, like we do a lab, the stoichiometry of s'mores. That's always fun.
Yeah. I think the math part is fun, but I don't think
too.
everyone enjoys that as much as I do.
I love it.
Okay.
It's like playing Rokuka.
What?
You know, like a little number game. What is that number game?
Sudoku?
Sudoku. That. Oh,
Okay.
come on. Why chemistry is cool?
Because we're your teachers. That's why it's cool.
That is why. We're the coolest in the school.
Do elements make up atoms? Or do atoms
The
make
smallest
up
particle that you can possibly have of an element and maintain the properties of that element. That's what's called an atom.
Do elements make up molecules?
So atoms make up molecules. So no, you cannot have a molecule of an element. You kind of can for the diatomic molecules, like the ones that spell Brinkelhoff. Those are elements that are in the form of molecules. I think that answers the question.
Do elements have to be capitalized? The first letter?
Well, in the symbol they do.
Yes.
But when you write the word, no.
All right. Do elements make up compounds?
Atoms make up compounds. Atoms of different elements make up compounds.
Same as the
Yeah, we're kind of playing with semantics here.
Yeah. Do elements combine to form compounds?
Atoms combine to form compounds. Atoms of different elements combine to form compounds. Question.
Who discovered atoms?
Atomos!
But
he conceptualized Democritus conceptualized the notion of an atom. He certainly didn't discover it because, I mean, he was like an ancient Greek. There was no way of proving that. But yeah, he's the one who came up with the notion. Now,
Dalton?
John Dalton might have been the one who actually then had some instrumentation.
Yeah.
I'll have to Google that later.
Yeah. Who split atoms?
They were working on that in, like Einstein was part of the team where they were learning how to do that. I'm sure he's not the one, but the scientists involved in the Manhattan Project were the ones who first came up with splitting the atom.
Who is T.J. Adams?
I've never heard of him.
No idea.
And I wonder if he spells his name Adams. That's pretty cool if somebody's name is Adams with a T.
Who do atoms form ions? People don't have good grammar.
No. When atoms gain or lose electrons, then we call them an ion because now they are no longer neutral, they have a charge. So an ion is an atom with a charge.
Yeah.
So atoms do form ions, yes.
Okay, why atoms bond? To become more stable.
Stable, to achieve the lowest possible energy state.
Yep. Why atoms have different isotopes? Because the world is not perfect and it was not created perfect, and that's why they have isotopes. That's what I told myself. It's probably why.
If you have a different number of neutrons in the nucleus from each other, but your protons are the same, then that's what an isotope is. Who knows why? I don't know about why.
All right. Why atoms are neutrals? Because they have the same number of protons and electrons, and they're more stable that way. Why atoms combine?
That's the same reason as why they bond.
Yeah.
Same thing.
To become more stable.
Okay, thanks for watching.
We hope you guys learned something about chemistry.